This YCN segment is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist.
This YCN Sports Wrap special is brought to you by Top Stitch Embroidery, the best for your team and so much more. Hey, welcome back to the special YCN Sports Wrap episode focusing completely on this year's 2017 VPA Division III football champions from Windsor, Vermont. So after the Yellow Jackets beat Woodstock in the state finals, we caught up with Windsor's head coach Greg Balch to hear what he had to say about such a dramatic overtime finals victory. Let's listen in.
Coach's Corner is presented by Bubba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor, offering fresh salads, hearty sandwiches, brick oven pizza, entrees that are large enough to satisfy anyone's appetite, and award-winning seafood chowder.
The key to the game was to be smart and be patient and just keep working the whole game and overcome adversity. And I thought our guys overcame adversity. Probably a number of things that were, there were penalties, there were fumbles, there were all sorts of things. But the biggest adversity was losing Trevor and, being able to piece something together after that and keep working hard. We had guys move into positions that they hadn't played before. I just very proud of the discipline, the football IQ, and just the ability to keep working. That was the key. It was a game that, if anybody gave up, they were going to lose. And Woodstock didn't give up. It went right into overtime, but if anyone gave up, they were going to lose. If anyone let down, they were going to lose, and neither team did that. The same as it's been all year. The same as it's been for 2 years. Coach Richardson does a great job with the scheming with our defense. The kids love playing defense. They play fast, they play hard. That's exactly what I expected out of the defense. The offense, I hoped for more. Woodstock shut us down pretty good the first time too, but I hoped for more. But the defense played exactly how they've always played. Well, Jake Tucker was going to have a big game no matter what, but when Trevor goes down, Jake's a horse, right? He's got to carry the ball a bunch. We didn't go into the game expecting to run Seth so much, and he did a good job with it. Dakota Page stepped up with that last play and other plays before that. Robert Slocum doesn't make the PAT, we don't win the game. If he doesn't make that PAT at the end of the half, we lose this football game. I thought that was huge. He's only kicked a couple of them this year. We've only attempted it a few times. Rylan Richardson's a name you might not expect, but Rylan's still hurt. All he could do was dress for us to hold. So now we can hold for a PAT. The first game we played Woodstock, we couldn't hold, and that was why we didn't get a PAT at the end of that game. Ben Meager always plays real hard. Gavin Harriman got moved around, and that didn't faze him a bit. He did what he had to do to play strong football. So I could go on and on. Duncan Frazier's someone that is another coach on the field, and he helps me with what's there and what's not there. He was in on the decision about what we were going to do at the end of the game. He was one of the people I consulted for that. So it's just an incredible group, and I couldn't be more proud. It's incredible, right? We, I think the season was a great season, even if we lost today, right? And people say that, but it's true. These guys played their hearts out all year long, and I knew coming into this in the back of my head that if they lose, it doesn't take anything away from anything. However, that said, when you win, it just really puts a bow on everything, right? It really cements all the hard work. It rewards you for everything that was done. For these seniors played together for 10 years. They played together since Pee Wee football, the majority of them, and it gives you something to hang your hat on at the end of that 10 years for all the hard work that you put into it. And no one can take that away from them. And to me, that's what it means. It's something that they'll have forever, and I'm very happy for them with that.
We also asked Coach Balch about coaching his son Seth for the past 4 years and how he'll finally see him graduate from Windsor High School.
Yeah, it's probably very bittersweet, and there's a very sad component to it. He's been an incredible kid to coach. I don't tell him that, but he's been a great kid to coach. He's extremely football smart. He knows what to do. He coaches me a fair amount, which sometimes I like and sometimes I don't, but he's generally right. He works very hard at it. He cares, he's passionate, and there's probably a lot of things that I can open up and tell him now that I've had to hold back a little bit on for the last couple of years, but unbelievably proud of him, not just as a football player, but all around great kid. I'm proud of his participation and his contribution to all this.
We also asked Coach about his expectations for next year's 2018 team.
Sure, there's a lot of good football players coming back. The JV team was real strong this year. There's a big group of freshmen that are very, very good football players. There's a good-sized group of sophomores and juniors as well. We had some that contribute. Rylan Richardson didn't really get to play much this year. He'll be back. So, yeah, it's a good, strong team next year. I think a lot of linemen back. There's a lot of backs to replace, but there's a lot of backs coming. So.
Congratulations to you and your team, Coach Balch, on another undefeated championship season. I know you'll lose a ton of seniors to graduation, but I'm sure the Yellow Jackets will be right back in the mix come the fall of 2018. Well, that's going to do it for this week's Sports Wrap special. Be sure to tune in next time when we'll be going back to winter sports. And be sure to check out Jeremy Stout's YCN Sports Talk, which airs on Wednesday nights. Of course, all of our content can be viewed and shared anytime from our website, ycnnow.com. As always, I'm your host, Andrew Zerhide. Have a great week, everyone.